Ich war kein Team Football Cars, we're here to light the fire. Spitting facts and stats, you know we never tire. Bringing the heat up, that passion won't retire. Busting through the mic, our voices never expire. We ignite the spirit, never fading out. Light the torch, USC fans rise up high. On this podcast, we aim for the sky. Knowledge and entertainment never lie. Together we stand, let the truth amplify.
What is going on, Trojan fans? Welcome back to another live episode of the Light the Torch podcast. And we have all four of us here today. And Raul coming in at the hitting a buzzer beater at the end. Thinking, didn't think he's going to get here on time, but he's here.
I was driving from the LA Marathon, so that traffic was pretty bad.
Oh, so you were running a marathon. Cool.
I didn't run it myself.
I'm just messing with you. All right. Well, we got the whole crew in today. So, of course, to my right, we got Mr. B. Jones. How's it going, B. Jones?
Right on, baby.
All right. And then to my bottom right, we got Mr. Gun Atterbury. How's it going, Guns?
Doing good, man.
All right. He runs our Twitch channel, and he's basically been challenging all of our recruits to.
Whoa. I have not been challenging. Raul and you other guys have been bringing it up. So.
Yeah, but see,
right.
you got to defend our honor. So if there's any recruits out there that want the smoke, Guns will bring the smoke. So, and Guns won't embarrass us, right, Guns?
He'll at least put up a fight.
He did just beat Tron Baker. So Brandon Lockhart, you're the next one up. So
B-Lock is on the clock. Hey, what's up?
Yeah, B-Lock's on the clock, and then whoever wants to smoke, go ahead and show up and let us know, and then our boy Guns will destroy you guys. So
hey, but no, nothing against Tron. He put up a good fight, so it's not like
it was
put
a good
a dud or anything. He nearly beat Guns, so
he was just making it look interesting. Guns was just making it look interesting. But then we have Mr. Marathon Runner underneath me, Mr. Raul Flores.
He runs the marathon, guys, so don't share fake news here. I've actually ran 2 marathons prior though.
See, so, Mr. Marathon Runner Raul.
I guess.
I feel like you're about to set yourself up for another challenge in a minute.
I've ran twice in the past, but not haven't ran it in the past 3-4 years. So,
speaking of challenges, since we're on the topic of challenges, flip that field goal, man.
Hey, if anybody knows someone at Banning High School that can open up the gate for me,
just hop the gates.
No.
Okay.
Hey, I don't want to see that one Mexican say, "Oh yeah, they hop fences." Nah, man.
Okay. We're getting off topic here. All right, so we have a good show today. We're gonna be talking about shouting out the men's indoor track and field. They're winning a national championship, so shout outs to them. And then we got some updates on the women's basketball bracketology that's going on. And then we got some recruiting updates with Guns. So we got some updates on that, and then we'll do a DB breakdown. So that's including the safeties, nickels, corners. We're doing the whole room. So stay tuned for that. It's a lot of players, so we'll try to go as fast as possible for that. But yeah, other than that, how's everyone feeling, guys?
Tired.
Tired from all the news that we've been getting.
Well, there's that too, but I got a toddler, so I'm tired.
All right. Well, first off, we would like to go ahead and start off by shouting out the men's indoor track and field for winning a national championship, first one since 1972. So congrats to them. And the women's took third. So we're definitely killing it on that, and it shows because we're one of the USC has the most Olympic athletes in Olympic history, at least for the U.S. So it kind of makes sense that we do good in track and field as well. So, and real quick, shout outs to our guy Kristen for the $5 dono. Really appreciate it, man. Always showing up for the team. So, and then we got Brian Jenkins in here, Daniel Hawkins. Shout outs to everyone here. So get all in here, guys. Yep. But other than that, anything you guys want to add to the shout out to the men's indoor track and field?
Yeah, like you said, shout out to them. Congratulations on winning the championship. What that means for us as football fans, Brandon Harrington, come on down. You see, we doing it on both sides, man. So
yeah, you're track
home is home. Home is home, bro. Let's go.
You can win 2 national championships, one in track and field and one in football. So bring your talents to us. Come on.
All right. You see what we're doing over here, man.
Yeah, and you don't have to go far. You already live in the States, so it's just right down the street for you, man.
Yep.
Anything else?
Just congrats.
All right. And then also,
I was just gonna say, what was the spread? I think it was like 7-8 points they won by.
Oh, I can't recall. Guns, do you know at all?
I mean, I have no idea how the point scoring works, but I just saw that it was like they won by like 7-8 points. I don't know if that's significant or not, but yeah, that's pretty cool to see, though.
I did watch the 100-meter dash, and like we had two. We took first and second in that one. So
okay.
And real quick here, I'm going to go ahead and share an image. We're going to give a shout out to the women's basketball team. We got their brackets here, and the first thing that we're playing is USC versus UNC Greensboro. Sorry, I forgot that last time. Greensboro, so not the UNC that dominates in men's basketball, but the UNC Greensboro. So I don't know when the games start, but definitely support the women's basketball. We're in the Spokane bracket, right?
Yeah. First 2 rounds are in Los Angeles, so they'll be hosting a couple home games.
Nice.
And I believe those tickets are going on sale as we speak, if not shortly. And the other just region, it's us, UConn, OU, and Kentucky. Those are the top 4 seeds for our Spokane region. We were the first number 1 seed. Unfortunately, UCLA got the number 1 overall seed, which is interesting. But nonetheless, we're the first seed, and we get to host some games, and hopefully we make a deep run and at least get to that Final Four.
They beat us in a game that I really think doesn't really matter in all essence. We actually won the Big Ten, so it's just bragging rights, I guess, for just a small little tournament between the Big Ten. So it is what it is. And if you don't follow Dion Bailey, he said, is UNC the first team to not win their conference and be a number 1 overall seed? That makes no sense, but it is what it is. We already know we can. They didn't stop us. We stopped ourselves. Like, the second half was just atrocious. They weren't making any shots at all. But we'll correct that, and I'm sure we'll see UCLA down the road if they don't get caught, because we've made it look. We've given people the recipe to beat UCLA. So, all right. Anything else you guys want to say before we move on to the meat and potatoes here?
Meat and potatoes would be recruiting.
We're going to be talking about recruiting, and I know a lot of people always want to talk about recruiting, and then we'll talk about the DB room. So let's go ahead and get the graphic up here. We got recruiting with guns. All right. We'll cut this short. All right, Guns, go ahead, head in with the recruiting news.
Yeah, we got a few updates. First off, if you're not aware, we recently got a commit, Jamian Winfield, D lineman out of Texas. Also, I think a Mississippi native as well. But he announced, I believe, on Friday, and then came out and said, "Hey, I'm shutting it down. I'm committing to USC." We were one of his first offers, and really, some of the major schools didn't really offer him, I don't think, until like this year, if I'm not mistaken. So we committed him back in September of last year.
Wow.
So yeah, he definitely felt the love, and I'm very happy that he committed to us. Big time kid. Mark Bowman. We impressed him a lot out of our unofficial visit, led by Chad Max and Chad Savage. We really hit out of the park. He mentioned, how are we going to beat that in terms of his official visit? And Max said, we got some tricks up our sleeves, so that'll be very interesting to see what we can do there. Samote, he recently committed to us, D lineman at Santa Margarita, excuse me. Schools are still recruiting him, like Miami, for example, but he's planning no visits at this time, still 100% committed. So just kind of an update there. And then lastly, we're hearing some rumors about a potential commit tomorrow. I'd anticipate it's going to be the running back out of Oaks Christian, Deshaun. We'll see. But that's just where we're at right now with that. But so yeah, that's really it for Recruiting with Guns. If you have any questions, as always, pop them out.
Yeah, no, I'm excited that we can that we're in the mix for Bowman, because if you haven't seen his tapes, definitely go ahead and take a look at his tapes. The dude's a game changer, like, and at the tight end position, which is crazy, and he can block too. So he's not just someone that's going to be off the line going as a tight end, like how people thought Deuce Robinson was going to be, basically. But this dude, he's nasty when it comes to blocking, so he'll run right through you. So I'm excited for that. And Samote, he's been pretty vocal on Twitter. Same with Eason. All of them have been trying to recruit for USC. So I don't see that. I don't see Miami being able to swoop in with that. I don't think Chad Bowden will allow that to happen. So
Facts.
And Savage. I don't think Savage will allow it too. So like, there's no way that these California kids are going away from USC without a huge bag. Like if they pull a Michigan kind of type of bag, maybe, but that's some life changing money right there. That what, $9 million for that quarterback. So yeah. Anyone else?
Nope.
I was just gonna say, how do we look with Hilly, the linebacker? If I mispronounce his name.
Noah Ely.
Yeah. So he loved his visit as well. We definitely are moving up the ladder. If I'm not mistaken, Tom Loy said that could be the team to beat now in this recruitment. So we're definitely we're doing work with him, and obviously with others as well. So I don't know. I didn't see no confirmation. Again, I didn't really dig into the Oregon sites, but I know normally his dad posts pictures when they're on visits, and I don't recall seeing an Oregon picture. So I'm still assuming he made that visit and whatnot. But if not, that would be pretty huge.
Yeah, I think I saw something from On3 saying that he did make the visit, but no, his dad always he posted that one video from the field, right? Like, I think field level. Yeah,
he posted it when we were at the field. He posted his his like tag. He even posted like when they went to OU. So that's why it was kind of surprising me that the dad didn't post any, unless he did. Could have, but.
I really hope we can get Tom back on campus, because I heard what he was saying about Oregon. Like the trip reminded him why he committed to Oregon. But
yeah, that's definitely gonna be a tight one. And I imagine he's definitely gonna be coming back in the month of April when we do some spring practices.
I know Chad's gonna get him back out here. Ain't no way he's going. I think we will be his last visit, right? He hasn't submitted the OVs, right?
I just know that we have the 17th. I don't recall his other ones yet.
Oh, okay. I hope we can be the last people in his living room.
Absolutely.
All right. Anything else?
Yeah. Before we start, what is that you got going on around your neck there, Blackie Chan?
Oh yeah, man. I got to change my name to Blackie Chains, but I got chains for days. Some more chains. Get these chains.
You got to put all of them on then. Put them all on.
I did have them on at one point in time, but it just kind of got.
There you go. You gotta live up to your nickname, Blackie Chains now.
It's just a lot to have all these on here. Great quality.
You're out here looking like a rapper. Is it a rapper chain or is it a athlete chain? What's that rumor?
What?
Isn't there like this thing that I was hearing that a rapper chain is the diamonds shine a little bit more than a athlete chain or something like that?
I have no clue.
No, I think I saw something like that, but
O chains.
4 chains, yeah.
Yeah, but I should be posting them soon. I just got to take pictures of these and get them posted up on my site here. So hopefully you guys can snag your own. I print them pretty much I print them on order, so you'll have them fresh. It's not going to be just in there, even though it's not food, but who cares? If you guys want a chain, let me know, and I'll go ahead and get them out there here pretty soon. But yeah.
What did you say, B. Jones? I think I heard you say something, but I couldn't quite tell what it was.
No, I thought he made them by hand.
That would be pretty impressive if I could do that. All right, let's go ahead and talk about the DB position breakdown here. So we're going to go through all the DBs, safeties, nickels, the corners, all of them, and we're going to be breaking them down and see who we think could possibly be the starters or what we could project possibly. So I don't know if you guys want to go through the freshmen that are going to be here or if we have any early enrollees, but we'll go through the people that are coming back from last year.
Right. Yeah, let's just go ahead and start with our more senior guys here. Let's go ahead and start with none other than would be a redshirt senior, Prophet Brown. Right, standing at 5'11", 190 pounds. He got some quality minutes last year. Played very well in the LSU game in sparingly. Let's see, in 3 years he's had 31 tackles and 2 breakups. And he started one game out of the 39 that he's played, but we know the guy can play. So I look for him to really step it up this year. What do you guys' thoughts on Prophet Brown?
Yeah, I'll go first. I mean, Prophet Brown, somebody that's I think reliable. When he goes onto the game, he makes plays. So excited to see what he can do and where he's going to be in this rotation. Non-football related, Prophet Brown, go check out his Twitch channel. He's been doing some streams on there. He's actually been doing some like one-on-one basketballs with the football team. I guess they've been doing some hanging out together, which is great, right? Getting that chemistry together. But yeah, excited for what he can do with this upcoming season.
All right. Maybe you should challenge him. Does he play college football 25?
No, from what I normally see, he just like looks at highlights.
Okay.
He's a big soccer fan. I know that, so he usually checks out the soccer and stuff like that. Yeah.
I just want you to challenge the whole football team.
Let's set it up.
All right. Yeah, Prophet Brown. Like every time he's had a chance to really make an impact, he's definitely stepped up. In that Louisville game, he definitely made a lot of good plays. Starting at cornerback in that game. I don't know if he got the start against. I don't think he got the start against Texas A&M. Did he?
I don't recall.
I don't believe so. Yeah.
But it was probably either Jacoby Covington or John Humphreys, either one. But yeah, no. Prophet Brown, he's definitely showed some ability to really be that corner. So hopefully he gets a good shot because this room is definitely has DeCarlos coming back, so we'll definitely see if he can step up and take a hold of that starting role.
All right. Raul, anything?
No, I'm just gonna say his experience. I think is gonna be a big factor this year. As you guys know, anything once you get more experience, it gets easier. So I think he's just gonna be able to read stuff on the field a little bit better than previous years and make that additional jump. So I do expect him to be a big contributor this year.
Exactly. So just like him, we got a guy back from after the new ruling of the JUCO rule that you get your year back or your JUCO years back if you transfer to a division. It has to be a Division I school, though. I just learned that. So you can't go from JUCO to D3 and get your years back. It has to be JUCO to Division I. So I don't know what science is behind that, how that even makes sense, but but we'll take it. So that means DeCarlos Nicholson will be returning. Last year, sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I was just saying, he's coming back. Go ahead.
D Nix is coming back. Standing at 6'3", a lot of length. 195. That's what we look for in the cornerback. That tall, rangy corner. He showed some flashes last year. He gathered 27 tackles and five deflections. So, man, I expect him. I mean, I think there'll be a sense of urgency, being that this is going to be his final season. I think he's going to be looking to prove to some NFL teams that he can do it, man. So, give me your thoughts on D Nick.
Yeah, I'm very excited that he got the extra eligibility due to the JUCO and whatnot. I'm also glad that when he entered the portal, he came back as well. Always been a fan of him since last year. I remember when he was at the spring game last year, like he was that length, man. Just is it's you can't teach that. So hopefully he can get more consistent. I think that was probably maybe some of the issues last year, but he's got a great opportunity, and excited to see what he can do.
Yeah, like you said, there were some inconsistency situations here, but continuity is going to be key. He's going to be he's going to be under these coaches for a second year, so I think he can definitely make a huge step moving forward. He made huge steps every time. He was at Mississippi State before, right?
Yeah.
So each year he definitely made some improvements. And I'm glad that he got to stay. I'm sure his son is happy to see all of the other players again. All the players love his kid. If you haven't seen those videos of Jacoby Lane hanging out with DeCarlos' son, it's fun things to see. But yeah, DeCarlos, he's definitely going to be a veteran. It's good to have some leadership in that young room that we have going on. So I'm excited to see how he improves this year.
All right. So now we can move on to the young guns, man. We got about 3 to 4 youngins that we all been waiting to see. This one in particular, we're going to start with Mr. Braylon Conley. Standing at 6 feet, 180 pounds from Humble, Texas. If you guys haven't checked his tape, man, you guys need to definitely go and check that out. We have not seen much of him on the collegiate level yet, but based on things that we've heard in practice, he's next up, man. Just from clips that I've seen, the kid is sticky, man. He can really play. So I'm excited to see him get an opportunity, to hear some things this spring. Maybe he can, put the stock on the depth chart and take over maybe a starting role or definitely be a rotational player. So give me you guys thoughts on Braylon Conley.
Yeah, like you said, this kid, pretty special. I'm honestly kind of surprised he was a 3-star in the state of Texas. He has a high ceiling, in my opinion, and like we've heard, he was making plays as a freshman. So given the fact that he's got another year under his belt, understands the system, I think he's going to have a huge year and a huge leap for his growth at that position. So very excited.
Ronald, you want to go in first after me, or you want to go right now?
Sure. Yeah, like I said, I think he's a very underrated kid. Be playing with a chip on his shoulder. He showed it last year, right? Trying to prove himself, and he's left the mark already. So I'm excited about this year and see that additional leap from last year. So I think he's going to be a contributor this year for us as well.
Yeah, I definitely wish he does get a shot. He's one of those kids. He's one of like 2 or 3 kids that we have that easily should have been a 4-star, but just was a victim of the USC curse. So it's definitely it's one of those situations. But I definitely think he has a chance to play early on. I'm not sure if he's going to be a starter, but I think he's going to see some playing time.
All right. I agree. So we'll see how it plays out this spring. But another one of our young guys that we definitely deserve to talk about is Marcellus Williams, man. You guys know him. You guys know his brother. His brother's been with the program for, it seems like Williams has been in the program for the past decade, right? So he's the younger brother to Max Williams, former Trojan. Coming in at 5'11", 185, from St. John Bosco High School. He's another guy that we haven't seen much of in the past year. Last year, but we know that he has the talent. It's just a matter of time for him to showcase it. He's another one that really could be competing for, at the very least, a rotational spot this upcoming season. So last year he assessed 1 tackle and 1 deflection. Give me guys thoughts on Max Williams, man.
Yeah, Marcellus with I think at the least, like you said, he's going to be in the rotation. Very highly rated kid, has great potential and skills. So interested just to see where he kind of falls into that rotation and kind of go from there. But like Conley, expect a huge growth and huge leap here.
Yeah, when it comes to Marcellus, I think he has the chance to be like better than his brother, or at least I was really hoping that we would have saw him in the Texas A&M game. I don't know why we didn't get a chance to see him in that, but I definitely do expect to see early playing time in the first few games. There's no reason why we should not be seeing him on the field. We saw him in the spring game last year. He was making some good plays. Like he had a pick in the game, the spring game last year. It sucks that we're not going to be able to see that this year, but it is what it is. But I could see him getting some playing time early, like Guns was saying. But I really hope that we see a lot of these young guys in these first few games, and we'll definitely see what the future's looking like with them.
Bro,
I'm gonna go on to saying I think he's gonna start.
okay. Got a prediction right there?
So I think he's gonna take a big leap. He was a 5-star, played in one of the toughest, if not the toughest, league in high school for football wise. And I think he's gonna take that additional leap this year, and I can see him starting, in my opinion.
Okay.
What do you guys think about that? What do you guys think?
I'm not mad at it. I wouldn't be surprised. He's definitely a baller. If he has half the instincts as his brother has, he's going to be a very good player, man. Max, the only thing you can say about Max is that he lacked size, but he was definitely a brother. Definitely a baller, man. I expect his brother to be the same, if not more. So, but not surprised me at all.
If he becomes the starter, so.
All right.
So now we can move into actually, one more. Sorry, another young guy, man. That I expect to be moved to the nickel spot. He's definitely put on some weight. I think he's maybe around 210 now, if I remember correctly. You guys know his cousin very well. He was just on our show this past episode, Mr. Carter Sports. But we're talking about none other than Isaiah Rubin.
He's put on that much weight.
Yeah, that is according to his father. He's put on a bit and be moved to the nickel spot, and I absolutely love that for him, man. Standing at 5'11", 210 now. I like that size for him, and I like his ability in that role too. So, what do you guys think about that?
Yeah, I mean, I think this guy was a dog coming out of high school. He's a low 4-star, but I mean, I just think, him already at the 210. I mean, he's putting a lot of work in this offseason, so that's great to hear, and I'm excited to see what he can do. I anticipate him to be in that rotation as well, but I think this is just another underrated kid. A lot of these youngsters are very, very underrated and weren't highly recruited, probably outside of Sellis just because he came from Bosco. But yeah, excited.
Right.
Yep, definitely excited for Isaiah. That nickel spot's going to be pretty wide open at this point. He's definitely going to have a real shot at early playing time. So we'll definitely see what happens. We haven't really had a chance to really see too much of him. So just based off the tape, dude's a dog. Played at Los Alamitos with Mackay. So I could see like him being like the defensive version of Mackay with his intensity. He's definitely has the drive in him. So should be interesting.
Similar to what you guys saying, I'm excited. I think we have a pretty big rotation, right, of cornerbacks.
Say that again.
That the coaching staff has a pretty big rotation.
Yeah, overall, even including the safeties, they do like 8 to 10, maybe, I want to say. So yeah, that's definitely a pretty good rotation.
Yeah.
So we should see him in, especially early on. The first 3-4 games, I think, he'll definitely be out there at the very least. And you never know, he might surprise a few people, especially if he's put on that much weight. It tells me that he's putting in the work, like you guys mentioned. So excited to see what he brings to the table this year.
Yeah.
All right. So that brings us to our incoming transfer from San Jose State, Mr. DJ Harvey, a kid that we were high on out of high school, standing at 5'11", 175, out of Sierra Canyon. Obviously, he played with Kamari Ramsey. I believe they're family, if I'm not mistaken. They're related, right?
Cousins.
Okay. There you go. Makes that much better, man. So the communication should be there between the two. He might be playing some nickel, from what I'm hearing. But as of right now, he's projected to go between round 4 to 7 guys. So his NFL comp is a duck, unfortunately. Is Deommodore Lenoir.
Oof, but he started at least. So
yeah. We'll take it though. He's a solid player. What's your thoughts on DJ Harvey?
Yeah, I mean, this is somebody that wanted to ball out at San Jose State for us to get a look at him, and he did, right? He balled out, and now he transferred over to us. So, excited to see where he really plays. We're here at nickel as well. Wouldn't surprise me if he becomes like the Jalen Smith of this deep room, right? Because I felt like, going into last year, we thought Jalen was going to be the nickel, and then Jalen was the outside corner, right? So it wouldn't surprise me if that's what transpires after this spring and fall camp. But yeah, just somebody's got more experience and that can help these young guys. And yeah.
Yeah, personally, I think he's probably one of the bigger reasons why Kamari's coming back as well. So it's good that we were able to get him. He definitely did a great job at San Jose State, and he's also a local kid, of course, from Sierra Canyon. So the SC to SC pipeline is still good there, even though he's a transfer. So I'm excited to see what he does. If you guys are saying that he's playing nickel, then Isaiah Rubin's going to have some stiff competition at that point, because I thought he was going to be a cornerback. But either way, where he goes, I think he has a good chance at being a starter. I don't think he would have came here if he wasn't hoping to really be that starter, and I'm sure he has the ability to take that spot since he's a vet at this point. He has a lot of good playing time, so that should be good.
Yeah, I expect DJ Harvey to do big things for us as well. I mean, he did a great job at San Jose State. So, and like you guys mentioned, him and Kamari are family. So, Kamari has a great work ethic. So, I think they're just gonna motivate each other even more during the off season and just have a great season for both of them. So, expect big things from him.
Yep. All right, that's going to move us to our young guns, man, the incoming freshmen. Let's talk about Tristan Castro. I mean, at 6'2", 177. I'm sure he's put on a little more weight since then, but I believe he's on campus already, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah. So in high school, he had 11 interceptions over 2 seasons at the starter at Turn Upland. That's up in high school. So he came in ranked number 211th nationally, according to 247, and number 19 in the state. The kicking ball, man. So give me your thoughts on him.
Who we talking? I apologize. I was obviously not paying attention.
Tristan Castro.
Who was it? Sorry.
Tristan
Castro.
Oh, okay, Tristan. Yeah. I mean, this is somebody that another underrated kid from this past class. Somebody that was really, like all about USC from the jump, if I'm not mistaken. I think he's got a chance. We'll see what happens. The spring and fall and in the first 4 games. But I mean, he's got some potential great size and frame, if I'm not mistaken, as well. So very interested and intrigued to see what happens with him.
You can go, Raul.
Yeah, I mean, he has all the physical tools, to be someone special. And freshman year, so it's going to be tough for him to, make the rotation. But you never know, right? They can surprise. But I'm excited for the kid. I think he's going to do great things here for us.
Yep. Dude, he's like, for the size he is, like it says he's like 170 or so, but dude is physical. He's a physical dude. He's definitely a ball hawk. He's what was it, him or no? I forgot. Sorry, I'm getting 2 people mixed up. But dude's still a ball hawk. But, wait, what? Oh, I thought someone was interrupting me, but other than that, Tristan's definitely has the ability to be a lockdown cornerback, and a lot of people were actually saying that they wouldn't be surprised if he actually got some starting time, and that just shows to the type of athlete that he is. But this incoming class of DBs is pretty stacked at this point.
Yeah, sorry, I was just going to mention that, man. I think that, I wouldn't be surprised if he works his way into the rotation as well, even as a freshman. So he's widely underrated, man. So we'll see how that goes. But our next guy, he's listed as a safety, but I know that he plays both, so we'll mention him anyway. And that's going to be Mr. Alex Graham, one that we stole from. We pulled him away from Dion, man. He was committed to Colorado, and we flipped him, and if you got a chance to see him in the ball and kick and ball, he's drawing comparisons to Jack Jones, which we always love that on the field. But yeah, standing at 6'1", 186. Yeah, man, the kid can absolutely ball. So give me your thoughts on Alex Graham.
So I'll start. Shout out Jack Jones, and shout out to my Raiders.
Of course.
But no, I mean, like you said, he's very explosive from what I've seen on video, physical as well. What's his height?
Sorry? What's your question?
What's his height?
Yeah, so
Oh,
6'1". So yeah, so he's got great size. And then from what I've seen, like we're trending for like those bigger DBs now, right? Like that's what the coaching staff's more than likely looking for. So he has a chance to potentially make that rotation if he shows out. Is he in campus right now, or is he starting?
He is.
Yeah, I believe so.
No, so that definitely helps his chances of potentially hitting that rotation.
Yeah, great frame, great size. Somebody that played at like IMG Academy for a few years, played I think his senior year in Detroit, Michigan. Like B. Jones said, he was a former CU commit. It's always good to shove them in the locker room. But yeah, I think there's somebody that has potential, just like Tristan, to get in that rotation and see what he can do. Showed some great flashes at the Poly Bowl and some other games as well. So excited to see what he can do.
Yeah, he's the type of player that Doug Belk is easily looking for. But the one thing that a lot of people don't realize about him, he's also a really good return specialist. So we definitely need something in that aspect where he's not afraid to go ahead and actually field the ball. So if you haven't looked at his highlights, definitely go and take a look at them. Like Duke can take it to the house both on kickoff and punt return. And but yeah, other than that, like he's definitely a coveted one. If you have the greatest of all time when it comes to DBs recruiting you and wanting you, it definitely means a lot for someone to be recruited by Dion. So I'm glad we were able to steal him from them. And but yeah, other than that, like it's crazy because we have these great DBs that are coming in for this class. So it's going to be very competitive for these freshmen.
Yep. All right, next man up is one that you don't hear much about, but I think that's a mistake. I think this kid can really ball, man. If you check out his tape, he's an all-around athlete, and that's Mr. James Johnson. Standing, 5'10", 181, out of Douglasville, Georgia. When we pulled out of SEC country, he ran track and field, like I mentioned, played football, played quarterback, played corner, played running back. He did it all, man. This guy's a phenomenal athlete, which is exactly what you want out of the corner position. Your thoughts on James Johnson?
So he's a cornerback for us. I thought we recruited him at wide receiver.
No, he's a corner.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, I think this is an athlete, a stud, dog, whatever you want to say. I'm excited to see what he can do. Georgia, pretty good state, obviously for talent. Great high school as well. So yeah, for us to really snatch him and take him from the SEC country says a lot. And excited to see what he can do. I think he even played some special teams as well. I could be wrong on that, but I just know he was all over the field, obviously in high school. So I'd imagine the staff's gonna find a way to get him on the field.
Yep.
Wrong, you can go.
No disrespect to the kid. I haven't seen any film on him, so can't say much about him right now. So my apologies, but from what you guys are saying, seems like the kid, has the potential to be great for us as well.
Yeah, I'm excited. He's definitely athletic. He has the athletic ability to play on both sides of the ball. That's why I thought we had him at wide receiver. But if he can play cornerback or safety as well. So I'm excited to see what he does. He's definitely a good athlete, and we stole him from Georgia, which definitely is good. I know. I'm sure Belk was really excited that we were going to take him out of Georgia, but other than that, it's getting crowded in this room. So,
Yep. All right. It's time to move it to the safeties. Let's move it to the safety room. We'll start with the guy who, excuse me, in my opinion, was our biggest recruit. Just getting him back for this year, and that would be Mr. Kamari Ramsey.
yes.
He definitely has All-American potential. It'll be his redshirt junior year. He's coming in at 6 feet, 204. Obviously, he balled out for us last year, assessing 60 tackles, 2 sacks, 2 forced fumbles, and 5 PBUs. I mean, what more can I say about this guy, man? He does it all. So I will not say. I will let you guys say. Give me your thoughts on Kamari Ramsey.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, he's going to be an All-American in my opinion. Lynn's going to put this man in all different spots and positions. I mean, he pretty much used him a lot, obviously last year, but just having another year under his belt, he's gonna grow a lot. Obviously, he learned the system back at UCLA, so I mean, it's gonna be second nature basically to him. So excited for his upcoming year and getting that All-American title.
Yeah. Honestly, I can see him being a captain for USC. The dude, he knows the defense inside and out. He's definitely going to be someone that we're going to really depend on in that secondary to make sure that everyone's in the right spot. Kamari, I'm so happy that we were able to get him to come back because it would have been very young for us at that position. We probably would have been going towards the portal maybe as well, but other than that, there's not really much to say about him. Like if you haven't seen him play, just look at him last year. He's probably one of our most dependable players on defense. So if you don't know who Kamari Ramsey is, then are you really an SC fan? So,
Bro, got anything on Kamari?
Yeah, I mean, I think he's gonna be an All-American this year. He was. You guys say he was our best player last year, or at least one of the top 3.
Yeah, definitely top 3.
yeah.
So I'm expecting him to be a captain this year, and just show up this year and improve on his draft stock. I'm excited he came back, and if he came back because of DJ Harvey, thank you DJ Harvey for that as well. So excited about this season with Kamari.
Do we know what his draft position was, Guns?
I don't know. I want to say second, third, maybe. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I want to say 3rd.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. He definitely has to move up to the first round.
Absolutely.
Yeah, all right, so that is going to bring us to a transfer portal guy that we did get, Mr. Bishop Fitzgerald. So coming in as 6 feet, 195 pounds from Woodbridge, Virginia. He was the number 1 safety in the state of Virginia, number 6 player overall in Virginia, number 26 player nationally at safety position out of high school. Went on to NC State and balled there. Sorry, I can't find any highlight numbers for him at NC State for some reason, but if you ever seen the NC State game, you know what he does. He played at Coffeyville Community College. I mean, the guy is he's a baller. And I like him in this defense. Just envision how he's going to be used. He's versatile. We can either move him in the box, outside the box, just as well as Mario. They're both interchangeable in that sense. So it's going to be pretty interesting to see what Danton Lynn and Coach Belk do with him. Give me your thoughts on Bishop Fitzgerald.
Yeah, I think him and Ramsey are honestly a perfect duo together. Comes from a good defense as well from NC State. Yeah, this guy, like you said, can move in and out. I think he's a tackling machine as well. So excited to see what we can do. He was a big time get for us in the portal.
Yeah, since you say tackling machine, I'm looking at his stats now. He had a total of 55 tackles, 35 solo, 20 assisted, 1 forced fumble, and then 3 INTs and 8 pass deflections. So, with those numbers there, I mean, that's impressive. So, just another year under his belt. I keep saying it over and over, but nothing beats experience. And as you guys saw, like just a perfect example with Caleb Williams came here. Our O-line was very experienced, and they had a great year. So that experience plays a huge factor. So I do think he's going to even have a better year this year with us.
Yep, definitely. He has the experience that we need. It's definitely going to be interesting to see where they put him at. Where do you guys think that Belk
and strong safety?
Strong safety.
What do you guys think?
And Kamari at free safety.
They both can play in the box, man. So I don't know. I really can't call it, man. I got to see.
It's definitely going to be interesting where they place them. So other than that, like I haven't really watched too much of NC State, so I'm going based off what you guys are saying. But I think that I trust what Belk and Danton Lynn are looking for when it comes to their secondary. So I'm sure he will get put into the right positions.
Absolutely.
To succeed.
Moving on. This next kid is somebody who I've been waiting to see for a while, man. I've been high on him since high school, and that is none other than Christian Pierce.
Oh, okay, Christian. Okay.
Yeah, Christian Pierce, 6'1", 195, out of Rancho Cucamonga High School. He'll be going into junior year. I'm sorry, his sophomore year. 2 years, he had 9 tackles, appeared in 23 games, mostly on special teams. But, listen, man, I'm excited to see him play. I want him to break out so bad. I really wanted to work his way into the rotation, man, because I see what he brings to the table, man. He plays the position how I like it, man. So, give me guys' thoughts on Christian Pierce.
Yeah, I think he's definitely going to be rotation. I mean, I was going to mention it just a little earlier ago. I mean, wouldn't shock me if we had like 3 safeties on the field at certain packages and whatnot, just because the talent in this room is pretty elite in my opinion. So, but back to Christian though, yeah, I mean this guy hits, man. He can call him, I guess you want to say a thumper if that's the right word, but man, he goes after the ball and he makes sure that you feel it after you get hit. So excited to see what he can do. And yeah, I definitely think he's going to be in rotation.
All honesty, I think he's probably one of our hardest hitting players. Dude can hit. We saw him do that in the A&M game. We saw him do that actually in the spring game as well. So, dude can hit. It's a crowded room, so it's going to be interesting to see how he gets on the field, how he does in the spring practice. It kind of sucks that we don't really get to see much when it comes to the spring game, but I'm sure we'll see some practice film and stuff like that. So it's definitely, he's one of those people that we were kind of hoping to see as a true freshman when he first got in. He has the size, he has the speed, he has the power. So it's just he needs to put it all together to put it in front of the coaches and make sure that he is seen and the coaches recognize him.
Bro.
Yeah, like you said, he's not afraid to lay a hit, and those wide receivers out there better watch out. Might slay you out for the season. So I'm excited about him too. this safety room is pretty stacked. So I wonder how it's going to play out, but he definitely has a potential to, be a big contributor this year as well.
All right, that brings me to Mr. Jarvis Boatwright Jr. 6'1", 190 out of Clearwater, Florida, freshman. Yeah, man. I mean, we heard a lot about this kid, especially coming out of high school. He one of the few Florida boys on the team. We know he's got the speed. He definitely he's a great athlete, man. But we haven't seen much of him yet. Based on everything I've seen, man, I feel like he's another one who could possibly be right there competing for a spot in this upcoming spring. So, give me your thoughts on Jarvis Boatwright.
Yeah, very interested and intrigued to see, what happens with this upcoming spring and into fall as well. Somebody that definitely can get into that rotation. Interested to see if he can. Comes from a great high school, and obviously the state of Florida is obviously another good school or state, excuse me, to get talent from. So, he just has to, take advantage of the opportunity.
Yeah. Really quick, a huge shout out to Josh Gates for the $4.99 dono. That O lineman from here in Utah is a monster. Yeah, John Fafita, right? Or
Isan Top is talking about. Yeah, big time guy from Corner Canyon, if I'm not mistaken, Draper, Utah. So yeah, big time.
Oh yeah, Draper, Utah. Yeah.
Fafita's from NorCal, I want to say.
Oh, okay. My bad for that one. But yeah, appreciate the $4 dono on that, man. But back to Jarvis Boatwright. We haven't really been able to see much of him, so I'm not quite sure really how to feel about it. But when I've seen his highlights tape when we got his commitment last year, he's definitely someone that to be on the lookout for. But it's just a really crowded room, so you gotta make sure that the coaches notice you in all the good ways. So if you make a mistake, make sure you don't make that same mistake multiple times, and hopefully by doing that he'll be able to see the field. But as we've already talked about with all the safeties, it's definitely going to be hard to be able to crack that game time, because with Kamari, or if someone goes down, then it's that next man up. So you got to make sure you're always game ready.
Yeah, I mean, like I've mentioned earlier, this safety room is stacked, but by any means, if he can't make the rotation this year, doesn't mean he doesn't have the talent. It's just that the room is crowded. You got people that are in front of you that work with more experience. So, don't get disappointed if you don't get it. You just continue to put in that work. But he definitely has the tools to hit that rotation. So, but we'll see how it plays out.
All right. Next guy, someone who's who I've been very high on. You guys know that. That's Marquise Gallegos, 6'1", 183. His freshman year, I believe, out of North Hollywood, California, Sierra Canyon High School. I mean, this kid, you watch this film, man, he reminds you a little bit of Sewell Cravens coming out of high school, man. But the kid can fly, man. He flies around and just has a natural knack for the ball, man. A real ball hawk, like true definition of a ball hawk. For me, like I said, when we first signed him out of high school, it's just a matter of when. And his time is definitely coming. It's just a matter of when. When it clicks for him, he's going to be a guy. You know what I mean? So we're just waiting to see if and when it has clicked. I believe that this year could be the year that he puts it together, man, and start seeing some more minutes, getting some time on the field, especially with the 2 games that we have, start the season, man. So to get his feet wet and really show what he can do. Give me your thoughts on Marquise.
Yeah, you said it, ball hawk. This guy just intercepts the ball left and right, it seems like. And kind of like what I said earlier, I mean, if we do have a three safety package, I would not be surprised if he is the deep safety. Keep him in the deep of the field, keep his eyes obviously towards the quarterback, and go get that ball. So, interested to see what he can do this spring and fall. I do expect him to be in rotation this upcoming year, just for the pure fact that the dude's ball hack and he's got great instincts. So, excited to see what he can do.
Oh, I was going.
Go.
Bro, you can go next.
Yeah, excited for Marquise. Definitely rooting for him. I think this is the year that he might, definitely hit that rotation. Spoke to his dad recently. He said that the team is locked in, that, they're having great off-season workouts. So, I do expect Marquise to hit that rotation this year. And, like you guys said, he's a ball hog. So, I think he's going to put up a great year for us.
Yeah, real quick, go ahead. We'll get to your question here in a second here, Josh, but appreciate the dono here. And then Kristen, Guns, I hope we get Tom, but I don't think people know that Winfield is ranked 7 and Tom is 13. So, but yeah, appreciate the donos, guys. But back to Marquise. His dad's a good friend of the show. Same with his wife, and I'm really excited to see where he goes with this. I'm excited to see his progression, and hopefully he can crack that 2 deep and get a lot of playing time in there, because he's definitely going to be the future. Because if Kamari didn't return this year, I can see him moving into that spot. So, but yeah, it's definitely going to be interesting to see how he improves this year. We have OGD Lifer says Marquise reads the plays well. He's going to be a good one at SC.
Yep, I mean his instincts are second to none as well, man. So, all right, so it's going to move us to incoming freshman. We got Mr. Steve Miller coming in at 6'2" at 185 out of Greene County. That's Greensboro, Georgia. We stole another one out of SEC country. Yeah, sorry, that's my son. He must be a part of the show. The number 44 safety in the country, man. Steve Miller, someone who doesn't get talked about enough. But if you put on the film, man, I urge you guys to check out this film. The kid can fly, man. He can play. You guys have thoughts on Steve Miller?
Yeah, underrated kid. Was committed to fake USC for a little bit, and obviously chose the real school. So excited about that. But that just, to me, it tells that he's right. There's an SC school is looking at him, right? That does say a lot, in my opinion. So another kid from Georgia, and excited to see what he can do in the future for us.
Yep, it's definitely his highlights tape. You definitely got to check out those. He's easily one of the most underrated safeties in the nation. So I'm glad we were able to snag him from little fake SC out there. But it's going to be interesting to see where he fits in this depth chart. I think Raul's doing something over there, so we can move on to the next one.
All right. So last but not least, is going to bring us to D. Reddick, Darius Reddick from Thomasville, Georgia. Another guy we stole out of SEC country. Standing at 5'11", 170 pounds. All-around athlete, man. He was formerly committed to UCF. And guess who his main recruiter over there was? Mr. Trevon Reed.
Yep.
I think we know that guy. So, yeah, man. So he came over. And shortly after that, Trevon Reed was here with him. So, man, 247 has him as a 4-star. The number 29 safety. And number 45 overall in the state of Georgia. Number 316 nationally. What are your thoughts on D. Reddick, man?
Yeah, very very underrated. Somebody I think athlete can play. I think really anywhere. I think he's definitely going to make some plays in special teams. That's just my feelings and thoughts right now with him. But I mean, the sky's the limit with this kid in terms of the safety position.
Yeah, I'm glad we were able to steal him from UCF, and it's definitely he has the speed. He's also another return specialist as well. So it's going to be interesting to see him see who gets the nod on that. But I'm sure we'll definitely see him on special teams. Right now, he is going to have to wait his turn, but he's definitely going to be learning behind some great from some great safeties at this point. So he's definitely have a good chance to learn from Kamari, and who knows, maybe if we not saying that there will be some injuries, but you gotta be ready.
I have a feeling that he's going to be one of those sneaky guys that might see his way onto the field pretty early. That no one's talking about. He's just that type of athlete, man. You put him anywhere on the field, he's going to succeed. I mean, for him, I think it's just how fast will he adjust to the college level, the speed of the college game. Just like the rest of the freshmen. But I don't know, something about this kid, man. He has that it factor that I really think that he might be able to do something early.
All right. Well, we've gone through all the freshmen, right?
Yep.
Who were you guys just talking about? I had to step away real quick.
D. Reddick, Kendarius Reddick.
Yeah.
But Josh Gates with the 499 dono, which true freshman do you think can start? So since we're talking about the DBs, out of all the DBs, who do you think has the best chance to start?
Start?
Yeah.
I don't know if we have freshman DBs will start, but as far as rotation, yeah, I can see a few. But start, Tristan Castro will probably have to be, have the best bet, be the best bet.
Okay. I was thinking maybe Alex Graham, but I can see Castro again in there as well. So I think both those two have a higher chance of getting some meaningful reps.
Yeah, I agree. Between those two, just given the fact that the safeties are, I mean, pretty locked up in my opinion in terms of Ramsey and Bishop. So yeah, I think those two are great options to potentially start or have a lot of playing time for us.
What about you, Ro?
I mean, I would have to agree. If I had to pick one, I would go with Castro as well. I wouldn't say start, but just to hit the rotation.
Yeah. All right, any more questions? You guys got questions? Go ahead and drop them in the chat right now.
Yeah, other than that, we've been here for over the hour. So if you guys have any questions for us, let us know. Any questions for Guns about recruiting or who you guys think has a good chance at being a starter or getting some significant playing time. Kristen says Alex Graham. So, yeah, I definitely see that.
Real quick, if you guys are wondering where your donations go, we decided that we're going to donate your donations to House of Victory. We all have day jobs. We are not doing this for money, obviously. So we decided that we're going to use the money that you guys give us to help get these recruiting efforts going, man. So, continue to donate. Your donations will go to House of Victory, or you can donate to House of Victory directly. But yeah, man, continue to do that. We'll continue to do the same. And yeah, man, let's bring home this number one class.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Josh says that Stewart, I'm assuming Jakeem Stewart has the best chance of starting, which I wouldn't be surprised. But
I mean, out of the freshmen, who has the best chance of starting in the special teams unit?
I'd say Alex Graham, based off the film that I've seen. He definitely has some elusiveness when it comes to being in that punt return and the kick return. But either way, I think that I probably could see Alex maybe getting that start at the kick return or punt return. I'm not sure about kick return. I think Mackay has that lockdown right now, but punt return, I could see Alex Graham.
Yeah, I think Reddick for special teams for me.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's somebody. No disrespect to Alex Graham, I think he's really good at special teams as well. I just think, kind of like what B. Jones saying, he's got that it factor, and when he's got that ball in his hands, I mean, it's he's moving and grooving. So, interested to see if he does, get some playing time there.
Kristen has a question in here saying over under on Team INT. So how many interceptions we're gonna have?
Yeah.
Over under. What's the bar?
Yeah, what's the bar that you're setting for us to go
We go
over?
Josh says 12.
Let's look at last year. Maybe that'll be our bar.
What was last year's?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna look up.
How many interceptions did we have as the team last year? We had more interceptions from our linebackers than we did from our DBs. So I would hope we would have more.
Yeah, I mean, I expect that to change just for the simple fact that our D line was going to be so much better. I expect us to get some pressure this year, so that'll change a lot for us as far as getting those interceptions. Especially Eric Gentry is healthy, and people trying to fit a ball over Eric Gentry. So
yeah, I don't think we were top 50 for interceptions. I'm trying to look and find this. Oh, actually, we were 44th in the
So
nation.
we had, I think we had 12 last year.
12, yeah.
12
12.
last year. So
go with the over then.
yeah,
I hope
think
over.
It's gonna be over. Yeah.
Have you guys predicted the starters for the secondary?
Just for corners, right? Because I mean, safeties are pretty self-explanatory.
We haven't really predicted.
But I'm
those.
saying, I mean, I want to hear you guys what you guys think are going to be the starters this year.
Corner? That's what I'm asking.
I want the whole defense.
No, I'm just saying the DBs.
Okay. I mean, obviously, safety is going to be Fitzgerald. Well, I would say obviously, but we think we have a good idea that it'll be Fitzgerald and Kamari with DJ Harvey and maybe DeCarlos Nicholson, man. I think we'll go more, senior laden.
I want to say DJ Harvey, and then I'm gonna throw out Sellis in there.
Okay.
All right, I'll give you 3 corners. Yeah, DJ Harvey probably be the nickel.
Okay.
I'm gonna go Braylon Conley as one of the outside,
Okay.
and I'm gonna give some love to my guy DeCarlos Nicholson. I think he shows up, takes advantage, and becomes that other outside corner.
See, it's really good to have this kind of situation because like either one of those, like I can see those being the starting. So
Yeah, on my end, I got DJ Harvey as well. I got Sellis and Prophet Brown. Those would be the 3 that I would think.
I like that.
all right.
I like that.
What about you guys in the chat? Who do you guys think would be our starters in the secondary?
All right, while you guys are typing that in, let's go ahead and get to Tina's question here.
Off topic, what do you think newbies fits more at edge or linebacker? I wanted to see him at linebacker from Tina.
Yeah, well, they just Chris announced it on 247 that we did move him back to linebacker, from edge. So yeah, I would anticipate him like you said, Tina, being a linebacker. So I think your wishes have been granted. We said it on the linebacker kind of stream. And dude's got speed, right? So he's going to be moving sideline to sideline pretty quickly. And he's definitely, I'd imagine, to be in rotation.
So here's my thing, right? So typically you want a sideline guy, or you want a coverage guy and a run stopper guy, right? Starting at your linebacker. So where does he fall? He's clearly a sideline guy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
So who would he start over? That's the question. So I do coming off the edge as well. I mean, for a speed rush, but obviously that would be situational. But I mean, don't get me wrong, the guys will definitely be in rotation, man. I told you guys, from the minute I saw him at the spring game, I'm like, who is that kid? Who's 26? That guy was flying all over the place, man. So he caught my eye early, man. I think he's definitely a guy.
He's definitely going to be a third down kind of guy, I feel like, for us, especially for the pass rush. Who would I have him over? Because we already have like Gentry and Desmond Stevens starting, but then we have to have either him or Anthony Beavers. Like, I think it's going to be between him and Anthony Beavers fighting for that third spot.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it's interesting because we didn't see as much of him as we did of Anthony Beaver. So it's definitely going to show when it comes to this the spring practice. I hope we get to see a lot more when it comes to the people that get like the media. I hope, since we're not getting a real spring game, I hope Lincoln Riley opens it up a little bit longer so we can at least get some good footage of like just one-on-one drills or team drills or whatever. So I hope we get to see that.
I'm not really sure what to expect as far as that goes, but
I feel like Chad might convince him.
Yeah, we'll see. But
make it happen, Chad.
As far as the linebacker room, I think we do still need one or two more guys for depth.
Real quick, Josh, Gus is not a spring enrollee. He's going to be a summer enrollee. So Tina thinks it's going to be E.G., Desmond, and Newbie. It's a good problem to have.
Yeah.
And then Josh says that Conley, Harvey, Bishop, and Ramsey as the starting secondary.
Yeah, that's pretty much what you had right there.
Yeah.
I generally don't mind Cordova studying or coming in the summer. That's just gonna have fish expectations for him tempered down a little bit, right? Because if you come in the spring, you might have like that, just mentality that let me try to hit that rotation. I think him coming in the summer, he's gonna have a more realistic expectation that it's gonna take at least a year before he can hit that rotation. Because we're deep in that position, in my opinion.
Yeah, we're deep but unproven.
Yeah.
In that position. So, I mean, to me, it still could be wide open. You know what I mean? So whoever performs, Gus definitely has potential. I mean, obviously he is wildly underrated because of, the stupid off the field situation that happened.
Yeah.
His stock dropped, but to me, I mean, we got the steal of that class.
Yeah, easily. And but yeah, I'm excited for him to come in. But when it comes to this rest of the DB classes, this DB class is really good, and the 2026 class could even be that much, or could be even better, based off how we've been recruiting right now. Doug Belk has been killing it, and I mean, I guess we should kind of talk about how we have three top 50 recruiters right now, and one just outside of it with Chad Savage. But if he can get Mark Bowman, he's going to be a top 50 recruiter as well. Like, because Doug Belk and Coach Henne are 1 and 2 in our recruiting class. So it just really shows that Doug Belk really understands these players, and he's really getting them to buy into Danton Lynn's defense and Lincoln Riley and all this. So it's just crazy how he's been recruiting with Lockhart, RJ Sermon, all these players. So it's
Absolutely.
insane. And if he can snag Arrington, that's going to be crazy.
Facts.
All right.
Oh yeah, Bowdoin is a beast. We went 7-6 and still have a top recruiting class. Well, that's definitely Bowdoin. Like he gets USC football, and he's definitely preaching to these kids that with them being a part of this class that USC football will be back. Oh yeah, and Josh says, "Did you hear Bowdoin say that he's had great luck starting freshman?" I don't. Was that the interview with Keeley?
Yeah, he briefly mentioned it. That makes sense, right? KVA played a good amount his freshman year. He was in the rotation, so
yeah.
He gets it. Obviously, he understands talent, and yeah, he's willing to go all lengths to get that talent.
Definitely, but all right, we're 21 minutes over. I'm sure my wife is kind of waiting for me to get out of here, so we're going to go ahead and wrap it up. So definitely go ahead and make sure to like the video, like the stream, share, do all that good stuff, subscribe, and
before you end it, I do want to say this. I had to. We are gonna have Fight on Rusty or next stream, which would be on Wednesday. So come and join us on this upcoming Wednesday. Rusty's gonna be joining us on the episode.
I really wish I knew that. We could have been advertising that at the very beginning.
We've been saying it.
Oh, did we? Okay. All right. Well, yeah. If you guys don't know who Arrogant Rusty is on Twitter, I just don't understand it at that point. He's literally the biggest Trojan fan that you guys will ever see on Twitter or on any social media. He's pretty tight with the team, and Lincoln Riley always reposts his stuff. So definitely be on the lookout for that. We'll be advertising that. So definitely follow the Light the Torch podcast, Twitter, Instagram, Twitch, all that information, all of our social medias. And if you want to be on the Cal Southern Centaurs, the Twitter, our College Football 25 team, definitely get that membership in and let us know what position you want to play in. Guns will make sure you look like a Heisman. So, and on Wednesday it's going to be 7:30 Central Standard, or 7:30 Central Standard Time, 5:30 Pacific Standard Time for the Rusty interview. So
at this point, might as well say that Eastern Standard Time too, man.
Yeah,
8:30 Eastern.
I'll do every single time zone. All right, but
Third Mountain Time too as well.
30 Mountain, yeah.
What's Hawaii? What's Hawaii's
Oh,
time?
so Honolulu, man.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well,
Five,
keep the torch
6:30.
burning bright and fight on. All right.